Hello all, Robert here with DreamPod 9. Today we're going to do a quick army construction example for the 18 miniatures that come as the basic captain reward level for the Utopia Kickstarter. We'll be using the Living Rulebook for Heavy Gear Blitz, which you can freely download online. And I've actually printed out several of the pages here to quickly reference them. So we're looking at page number 58, which is actually army construction. Armies are also called forces in heavy gear, and they're made up of combat groups, which are made up of two parts. You have a primary unit and a support unit. The primary can have from 4 to 6 actions, and the support can have half that number of actions, so it can have from 1 to 3. Now, our first combat group we're going to make using the miniatures are actually going to be a strike squad as primary, which you see 2 armigers, 2 commando armigers and 4 commando drones. And the support unit is going to be a recce armiger and 2 recon drones, which will be the recon. And in our second combat group, to use the rest of the miniatures, is going to be a fire support squad with 2 support armigers and 4 support drones, and attached to it a support recon, which the recce armiger and 2 recon drones. Now, I've actually made the sheet that's for building a force record sheet and the thing, and I've already filled it out on the computer here so it's easy to read. And you can see here that you enter all the robots. You can go and pick and choose. I've made this a simple force with just commando armigers, the basic ones, and commando drones, and the same thing, the recce armiger, and the recce drones are there just as basic. And the second one, with the support, fire support, and the recon for the support unit. Now, total threat value of everything here is 134 threat value. Now, each combat group normally has a combat group leader, which rolls dice for initiative. But when you go over 100, you can actually upgrade one of your combat group leaders to a commanding officer, which I've done here. So he gets to roll better dice. So when we're rolling initiative, you see a commanding officer has 4+ on his dice rolls and he gets 2 command points, whereas a combat group leader has a 5+ and only gets 1 command point. When you've built your army list here, you're actually using the army section in the back, where you'll have, here is a page actually for what you see here, the recce armiger and recce drone. And it allows you to pick what you want. So I've just chosen the basic ones, but you could have upgraded, and had the missile support recce armiger. It costs a few threat value more, but you build it up, you add up everything to get your total threat value for a fair fight with your opponent. So this is 134 threat value for the entire army, and you want to have a fair fight. And normally what you do with these, you bring this sheet to the battle, to the game, and you'd also have a printout of the weapons list, just so you can reference all the weapons that are here on the sheet. There is an easier way, though, to do this for actually having quick play sheets. I'm going to take you over to here. We have a software on a website called Gear Grinder. And you can actually select all of the robots that you want. You basically log in, or not log in, you just visit the site, select the January 2018 update, and then pick the tab for Utopia, and then you select all the models you want. So here I've selected for Utopia the commando armigers, 2 of them, and 4 of the commando drones, 1 recce armiger and 2 recce drones, and it allows you, once you selected that, to just print out the page as data cards. It has everything you need. So you have all the stats, its movement, the guns, all that. And then I normally just go and mark on it that this is combat group number 1. This is the commanding officer, which is the commando armiger. I keep track of, like the total threat value was 68 threat value for this guy. He has 9 actions. Second combat group that we see here, with the support armiger as a combat group leader. In case your commanding officer dies, he becomes the guy that rolls the dice afterwards. And total, like this guy is 66 threat value and 9 actions. So these 2 sheets become all you need to bring with your miniatures to the table to play. We also have some other options here in case you pick up like a Gilgamesh command tank. You can see here I've basically taken from the gear grinder and actually made a Gilgamesh, and it's 68 threat value by itself. So, and it's combining where the main hull of the tank, and its turret above is the primary unit, and the support modules on the side are actually the support unit. It has a total of 9 actions. Or, like if you picked up some of the Alpha Squad, and a Marduk drone, you could have a nice, 46 threat value combat group with 6 actions. So these are the fast ways of actually building your army. Hope you enjoyed this little video explaining that. And if you have any requests, let us know. Bye.